During their stay here, they are given very limited interaction with the outside world, a decision which one of the participants, Bolade Bello, a graduate from the University of Lagos, says is a welcome idea.
It has been boring, but not boring anymore. You see, God has, I believe God has made us in such a way that we adapt to various situations. So as it is right now, I'm fully adapted. I'm fully adapted to it rather, and it is for my own good. I can always use my phone some other time. And it's not as if I'm going to be here forever. I'm still going to leave soon, very soon.
Bolade Bello is dealing with alcohol addiction, which he says he had struggled with for over a decade.
At a point in time, fine, everybody drinks, as you say, but at a point in time, it started bringing shame, reproach. You know, my habits, my attitude at a point in time started going awkward, behaving in some unwarranted manners. I couldn't just, sometimes I'll do things I wouldn't want to do on a normal day. There was no self-control anymore.
Adeshola Adetunji, on his part, came here to save himself from drugs.
I just had to come here because I've been battling with drugs for about 20 years. And I graduated from smoking cigarette. I ended up with cocaine, that's crack. I discovered it was affecting my professional career as a military man. And I have a very bright future. My prospect in the army is so bright that my senior colleagues were just looking up to me, but the drug thing was cutting them off the closeness. So one of my senior colleagues actually referred this place to me.
Now the future is bright.
I think the army had been like a decoy to me. You know, I was like hiding myself in the army doing stuff, going on operations. But right now, I have a passion for fitness coaching, so I think I need to set up my fitness coaching arm, like triathlon particularly. So I think particularly something has to engage that vacuum of doing drugs, which is my fitness coaching passion. Of course, if I go back, I may likely resign, or I do my coaching alongside my military profession.
For individuals without definite plans, skill acquisition has been factored into the facility program.
We have basically 3 skills available. 1, cobbling. Let me just call it leather works, because it started as cobbling, but up to the extent they can actually, the guy taking them helps them, they can make leather chairs, you know, they make belts, caps, handbags, name it, leather works. And then we have catering, and then printing, and then there are some we send for computer studies. All right, now that I speak with you, 2 of the guys that I took in February wrote JAMB last 2 months from here, and they passed.
The story of the House of Joy Rehabilitation Center is just one of the many efforts in curbing the consequences of drug and substance abuse in Nigeria. The more worrying aspect now is the observation that more of prescribed drugs are being abused.
Not all drugs are sold over the counter, and generally speaking, when a drug has the potential for abuse, there are usually restrictions such that they are not sold over the counter. There are some drugs, benzodiazepines, which most people would know as, we would call it diazepam, but many people call it Valium or Lexotan. Then common cough syrups have a substance called codeine in them. Now, codeine is supposed to stop the cough. That's the reason why they put the codeine in the cough syrup. However, because codeine acts on the brain, when codeine is taken in high amounts, it gives people a pleasant feeling. It makes them able to cope with life. It makes things as simple as glue. Because, or generally speaking, we would say volatile organic solvents, and glue is one of them. Petrol is one of them. There are so many things like that. The gas that comes from soakaways, because these gases, when inhaled, have an effect on the brain, causing the brain to produce what we call pleasure hormones. People find their ways around them. So generally speaking, we have the regular known drugs of abuse like cocaine, heroin, cannabis. They are the manufactured ones, and they are the ones that you have a racket and maybe a cartel that makes money from them. But even poor people can also abuse drugs.
The story gets worse with the increased addiction of the young minds.
Imagine you see a GS2 boy with a whole bag of tramadol tablets. He's selling to his schoolmates. Okay, just 2 weeks ago, a lady said her 11-year-old son is already addicted to tramadol. 11. Okay?